Oh, sorry, didn't see you there.
We're on camera.
We are on camera.
And also, Stephen said something first for the first time.
Yeah.
Usually, I say something first.
Maybe this is just what I'm going to do for video episodes from now on.
But
maybe I'm going to do the greeting.
But every episode is meant to be a video episode.
No, I know, but like from now on.
And if you're not watching us on video,
yeah,
you can still enjoy the audio. But
this will be very confusing otherwise.
But yeah, we're filming now. I'm not gonna lie. If you could see the setup the other way around, it is a bit crazy.
Yeah, I had to squeeze through things because we don't have enough space. But even still, here we are. We made it work.
We've had to make do with like random things in my office to attach things to and old tripods, and it is a bit crazy. But look at us.
We did it.
It's so exciting.
Happy Saturday night.
Happy Saturday night. There is so much to talk about before we even get started to the episode.
Yeah, there is actually. Let's start with our formalities. How are you, Chloe?
Oh, good. A bit stressed, but I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But I'm okay. No, I'm alright. I got a cup of tea now. I'm okay. I think I'm just being a bit busy at work. I've burnt the candles at both ends.
Yes, I feel like that is exactly what you've done.
And that's not okay.
No.
But I'm sorting that out, you know?
Yeah.
One bit at a time.
The first step is always acknowledging that you're doing too much.
Exactly.
And you've done that.
Exactly.
So well done. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much. I've got a cup of tea. Thank you for giving me the Hollywood Studios mug.
No worries. I always go for Animal Kingdom because I love Animal Kingdom.
I know. I always give you the Animal Kingdom one whenever I can.
Thank you. It is actually my favourite mug.
Although I did notice that you used my San Francisco mug not so long ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did it? You're not going to do that thing in the office where like they put the name on the bottom of it,
it's
are
more
you?
the fact you haven't been to San Francisco.
Okay.
Yet you use a San Francisco mug.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There are loads of other mugs that I drink out of, and I haven't been to those places.
Go on then, name them.
Other places.
Yeah, that's what I thought. How are you, Stephen?
I too have had a busy week, but I feel like I'm in control, and I don't mean to sound that like I'm rubbing that in.
Haha.
But no, I genuinely feel like life is taking its path, and I feel in control of things. I'm excited for the future.
Nice.
And yeah, I can't really complain at the moment.
Good.
So there have been developments, and I can't say anything at the moment. So
oh yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep my cards close to my chest there.
Okay.
And go from there.
I know.
What were the other things that you wanted to talk about before we started?
Epic Universe.
Oh, I was going to mention something else. So go on. Let's start with Epic Universe.
Epic Universe. We've got an opening date, guys. We are looking at the 22nd of May, 2020. I'm looking at the cameras. Like, should I be looking at you? Or should I just not? I don't know.
It's gonna be May.
22nd of May. We've got the opening date. That is a little bit earlier than Memorial Weekend.
Yes, but later than it was expected. It was originally going to be spring, was the heavy rumour from Universal's people.
And May isn't really spring to me, you know.
And what they've kind of done is they've kind of pinned it on the hurricane, which obviously could have been incredibly devastating. It was devastating for Florida, so obviously we send our love to anyone who's out in Florida at the moment. But I feel like something has happened to push that back.
I think so as well. I mean, they pushed back the announcement date because of the hurricane, out of respect, obviously. Because I went on a training day with work, and the person doing the Universal training was like, hey, I was meant to tell you the opening date, but we've had to delay it. And I thought, that person sat next to me knows the opening date.
They know.
A day before everyone else did, which is fine. So yes, we have an opening date. Very excited. We are actually coming home from Orlando 2 days before the opening day, or 4 days. But also, even if the first week, I don't think it'd be sensible to be out there. It'd be so busy.
No, and yeah, let's face it, it's just going to be absolute chaos, is what I can imagine. I mean, it seems like they're doing the right thing with sort of like you have to book in a date. Sort of and booking slots, but
no, you don't.
What?
You don't need to book an exact date.
Okay.
You book your 14-day Explorer ticket.
Sure.
And you have to go to Epic Universe within one of those days.
Okay.
But you don't have to choose which day it is.
But you don't have to tell them what day you're going to go.
Nope.
I thought that was always the case.
Me too.
Well, you've been lying to me.
No. No. Universal have been lying to me.
Universal, you've been lying to us.
Well, no, they never actually lied, let's be honest. It was all speculation, wasn't it?
I mean, Most
So
of
we didn't
most of
know.
what we do on this podcast is speculate when it's news that we don't know. So
So yeah, we didn't actually know.
No, true.
We just guessed, but no, that is the case. 22nd of May. Nope, that's a lie. Not 22nd of May. That's when it's
22nd of
open.
May.
Is it 22nd of May? Yeah, because 22nd of October is when we get the tickets. Wow.
True.
2/22.
Wow.
Interesting. So yeah, 22nd of October we get the tickets released.
Yeah.
So then we will know the exact cost extra. I think it's going to be an extra £100 per person.
Yeah,
roughly.
I would imagine it'll probably be very similar to a standard day ticket for like your Disney Universal, so anything from $100 to $140.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was on the upper scale, but I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Oh, Taylor Swift
So,
fan
there we
right
go.
there.
There we go. The other thing I wanted to talk about before we got into this is obviously we had an announcement of Disney's kind of new fast passy kind of system,
Yes.
which has been met with quite a lot of controversy at the moment, and I think that's just because people have seen the price and gone, oh my god.
Yes, and also you made a point the other day, but I actually don't agree with your point, and I want to take my agreement
And you
back.
chose a video episode to fight me on it.
Yes.
You may proceed.
So you were making the point that Universal's Express Pass is expensive as well,
Yeah,
similarly priced.
fairly.
I don't agree with that because the Universal one, like one day in Magic Kingdom,
Yeah.
$450.
At the most peak time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's never that much for Universal.
Oh, don't
for
get me
one
wrong.
person.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not justifying that. And I think when we did our Universal additional experiences, you can get a VIP tour around
Yes.
Universal for around the same price as a peak Disney, fast pass system
Yep.
that they've just announced. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of people buying them anytime soon, especially because the only one that seems reasonable is the one for Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom's going to have more closures now. So actually, you're only really going to be able to get on a handful of rides. Like, I get it with Magic Kingdom. There are lots of things to do. But also, lots of those things to do are normally quite short wait times. So reasonably, like what I would like to see as an experiment is how many things do you get on in a day using that pass versus not using that pass at all.
Yeah,
I
and
think
I
that
agree.
would be a good experiment to see. Is it worth the difference of what you're able to get?
I think it's a useful system for Americans who are doing one day in Disney. If you're going to Magic Kingdom for one day and one day only, then okay, I guess.
Well, I was going to say probably the best time would be like a Christmas, a New Year's, like those absolute peak times. Other than that, I can't see it being a good use
but
of
let's
your
say
money.
you're going to Disney into Magic Kingdom on the most expensive day for the Express Pass.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I say Express Pass, the Lightning Lane
Sure.
new thing. It's
What
going to
they called
cost
it's like
you.
Premier Pass. Or something
Yeah,
like that.
so when the cost of it, so your day ticket to Magic Kingdom, just one day, plus that is going to be the same as a 2-week ticket to Disney World.
Yeah.
Would you rather one day in Magic Kingdom or 2 weeks in Disney World?
But I also think as well, when you think about the rate of like a VIP tour, for example, VIP tours are normally anything from about 300 to 500 per hour. So one thing to sort of be really aware of is that if you've got a party of like 6 people and you were going to buy that pass, maybe even consider buying a VIP tour. But again, they can get booked up quite easily because of peak times, and they are more expensive at peaks.
It's also interesting that the new pass is only available for deluxe hotels.
Yeah.
That was interesting as well.
Yeah. But we're not here to talk about deluxe hotels.
No.
We're here to talk about your moderate hotels. But actually, let's start with, what was last week's question, Chloe?
Oh, do you remember, Stephen?
I do not, because I've had a busy
now
week.
I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
What is the name of the quick service location at Caribbean Beach?
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay, it's kind of, I think it's
Tortuga?
kind of like a little trick question in a way, because there's technically two, because you have one smaller one, which is round by...
She lied to me.
No, but the main quick service...
What, Banana Cabana?
Banana Cabana?
Banana Cabana?
Do you mean Banana Cabana?
Banana Cabana.
Banana Cabana.
Banana Cabana.
No, that is the...
Sung
that's
in
the,
Havana. Like Camila Cabello.
Can I say the answer, please?
Of course you can. Sorry,
Thank
I'm
you.
off on one.
It is Centretown Market.
Yes. Oh, it's
Don't
really
say
boring.
yes like you knew.
No, it's a boring name though.
Yeah.
Like for such
Okay.
a vibrant resort.
Well, I'm sorry.
The market
Centretown Market.
The market is quite boring.
No, it's Centretown Market. It's not the market.
Right.
Centretown's a bit more exciting.
Sure.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about moderate resorts today. We've got some. Oh, I've got some prices.
What was the other one? You said Centretown Market and.
Oh, you've got the.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, you've got the Spyglass Grill.
Yes.
Which is down in the Jamaica area.
Yes.
No, Trinidad. The one that's right down at the bottom.
Ooh, I'd have to look at a map because Caribbean Beach is massive.
I think it's Trinidad. Could be our Barbados. It's not Aruba. It's not Jamaica. Or is it? Who knows? Not me.
Coming at you with the informative facts here.
We're going to be talking about moderate resorts. So go through the pricing, go through the perks of staying at moderate, and all that kind of stuff. So where would you like to start, Stephen?
I personally would like to start with something that we know, and actually I think we've led into it quite nicely. Why don't we start with Caribbean Beach? Because Caribbean Beach is, again, one of our favourite resorts, let alone value, deluxe, moderate. And I think that Caribbean Beach has so much to kind of offer.
Yeah, I know, I agree. They've got 5 whole hotel blocks as such.
Well,
it's massive.
Yeah, it's around islands, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you've kind of mentioned sporadically in the last.
Yeah, so I mean, the 5 of them are Barbados, Jamaica, Martinique, Trinidad, and Aruba. We have stayed in Aruba.
Yes, technically, there's Trinidad North and South. I mean, I still class it as Trinidad, but yeah, I'm just saying it's a lot.
Yes, I mean, I have got the pricing, as I always will,
of course,
for the different room types. Now, I priced this on 5 nights in the May half term. Same as we did last time.
Cool. Are we jumping straight in with the pricing?
Yeah, I thought we might as well.
Oh, okay, go.
Let's just go for it,
sure.
You know? 2 adults, a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old. Slightly different to last time, but you still got one child that's more of an adult cost and one that's still a child's cost. So it works out the same. So, Caribbean Beach, you have got mainly 4 room types. You have got a room type that also has a different type of bed layout, but I haven't included that this time. So, you can get a standard room for 5 nights for $1,480.
Okay. Not too dissimilar. I'm trying to remember just off the top of my head what we said for value. I think the top of value was about 1,200.
Yeah.
1,300. So actually not a massive
5 nights at All Stars was 800 and something.
Yeah.
So not a massive jump, if I'm honest. And that's for the standard room. The standard 5th sleeper, so you can sleep 5 people into this room, jumps up to 1,560. So not even an extra 100. So if you have got an extra person, not a bad option.
Bring a friend.
It's cheaper to do that than it is to go for a family suite at, say, All Star Music. And then you have got the water or pool view. Now, don't get me wrong, I thought a pool was water.
I think they just mean like the pool where people are going to play and the other one that you don't go in because there might be alligators.
So just say water. But then some people might kick off, actually. This is true.
To be fair, if they turn around and say lake view, they might be like, that's not really a lake.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Very true. I would say it is a lake.
No, I know it is, but I'm just saying some
people could. You know? That is 1,651. And then a preferred room, which means you will be in the area by the reception.
Yes.
Like the lobby, the pool, the main pool area, but not a pool view. I don't know, because then it's preferred. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's confusing. 1,883. So basically, you're going up £400 from a standard room to a preferred room just on the location. And I personally wouldn't go for a preferred room.
No, and I think one of the things that we did when we did our summer trip was, you know, you are allowed to kind of ask for certain parts of resorts. Now, that does not always guarantee that you're going to get those. However, it does become quite important that, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Oh, yeah.
And I always think that's quite important. So we asked to be in Aruba. And we ended up getting Aruba because we knew that it had loads of the Coke Freestyle machines, that it was really close to the Skyliner, which was obviously a massive selling point for us in the first place. So I think if you're ever going to stay here, you've got to make sure that you look at the map and work out what's going to be more convenient for you.
Yeah, on the app when you can check in online, that's where you can put in requests. So you can put in for the section, and also if you want to be a ground floor or the second floor. Is that what Americans call it? Is there first floor, the second floor?
You've got ground floor, first floor.
And we have first floor, second floor.
Yes. I believe so.
I get so confused with the systems. I don't know. But that is the basic prices for Caribbean Beach. Obviously, it can change throughout the year. But my thing I love about Caribbean Beach is the Skyliner.
Yeah. Now, the Skyliner has kind of... Well, I mean, technically, there's 2 ports. So there's kind of one down the south side of the resort, which is the one that leads to Hollywood Studios and Pop Century Art of Animation. And then there is one at the north side of it up by Aruba, which kind of is as close to Aruba as it is to Disney's Riviera Resort. So actually, if you're wanting to go, like, for example, if you knew that you wanted to be sort of midway, I think you'd go Aruba, or I think it's Jamaica that's just south of it.
Yeah.
So just just sort of plot it out. Now, one of the things with Caribbean Beach is that it does have a few selling points. Obviously, I think the main thing to note at this stage is that the difference between a value and a moderate is normally your sort of food options, the amenities, and sort of things that are on offer at the resort.
Yes.
So there's a lot more activities, but one of the main things, as Chloe's already mentioned, there are 2 quick service, and there is also a sit down, which is Sebastian's Bistro, which is a sort of family style
buffet.
Family style buffet, moderately priced as well.
Yeah.
Like a really reasonable dinner.
Everyone that I know who's been there has really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Sophie and Stan have been there. Alana and James have been there. And James is a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And Sophie's a vegetarian now, but I don't think she was when she went. But that means, like, they both had a good time. So you know that it's good for vegetarians and it's good for meat eaters.
Also, I would say another selling point with Caribbean Beach is going to be the sort of main pool. The main pool is really, really fun. I will say it is quite busy. That was maybe one of the things that kind of let it down a little bit. But then again, if you have a great pool, of course, it's going to attract people. But there are pools available for every single island as part of the resort as well.
So there are 5 smaller pools, and you also have one main pool. What is the main pool called, Stephen?
Oh, it's like Fort something, isn't it?
It's Fuentes del Moro Pool. I'm probably saying that incorrectly.
Really? What gave that way?
But I can say Del Moro Pool, all right, but it's the Fuentes.
Show me it.
Where
is it?
At the right here.
Fuentes
del Moro Pool. 2 slides,
like
a water cannon, and a slide. Did you see how long the slide was in feet?
No, I did not.
Any
but
guesses?
I could probably guess it's under 100 foot.
Oh, no.
Is it not? 120?
102.
Ooh.
She went far off.
Sorry, I got my 2 and my 0 the wrong way around.
Right.
Apologies.
They have also got a splash pad at this resort as well, which is good for your little ones. But they have also got a pool bar at your main pool, which is good. And should we talk about a few more amenities?
Yeah, go for it.
Another thing, they've got fishing, which is something different.
Yeah, can't you go out on the boats?
Yeah, you can't keep the fish.
Yeah.
It's like a catch it, go, that's nice, put it back in the water.
Been there, done that, got the photo. Yeah, literally.
Thanks for the fish. Back in the lake it goes.
Yes.
But that's a cool little extra. One thing they have all got at these resorts, and I'm not going to mention them every single time. Same with the value resorts. You've got the movie Under the Stars. You've got campfires. You've got a jogging trail.
Yeah.
All those kind of things.
I mean, Caribbean Beach does have the extra of the bike rentals and a volleyball court as well.
Yes.
And actually, I quite like the movie Under the Stars for Caribbean Beach because it is on the sort of little island that connects lots of the hubs. So I think that's just really, really nice. It's one of my favourite resorts to walk around at night. I think for the difference between Art of Animation and this in terms of price, I would always go for this.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Just so I can hear you say Banana Cabana.
Banana Cabana?
Banana Cabana?
Banana Cabana.
I enjoyed it. So yeah, I mean, they've also got the main lobby area called Old Port Royale, and you are on the doorstep of the Riviera.
Sorry, do you know what was really bad? You know when you were asking me about the pool, I thought it was called Fort Royale, but then I'm thinking of like that old TV show Fort Boyard. Did you ever used to watch that?
No.
No, that is really showing my age. It was basically just like a game show in the middle of a kind of an abandoned fort in the middle of the ocean. It was great.
Now you said games.
You would love it.
Reminded me there is an arcade.
There is an arcade.
And
there's an arcade at every resort.
Yeah, they do activities like tie-dye T-shirts and that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, but those are all at an additional charge.
Yes.
Cool. Where should we shoot to now?
Oh,
let's shoot on over.
Should we go Coronado Springs? I've got a lot of info about Coronado Springs.
Yeah, for me.
There is so much there.
So we're staying at Coronado, aren't we? And Coronado, the more I look into it, the more I'm sold on it. Because even though it's slightly out of the way, I think that's maybe one of the things that is sort of a lower point on this one. There is still so much stuff on offer at this resort. It's got so much going for it.
There is so much going on.
Like, tell me more.
Or do you want the prices to begin with?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Again,
tell
same
me whether
dates,
it's worth
everything.
it. Sell it to me.
Standard room, 1,390.
Yep.
You then got the tower standard room, which means you're in the main tower building, because this hotel's got your smaller sections, a bit like Caribbean Beach.
It's Grand Destino
Grand
Tower,
Destino Tower, but a tower standard room is 1,795.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got the tower with water view, 1,840. Tower club level, because although it's not a deluxe resort, you do get club level at this hotel.
Is it the only
it's
moderate?
The only moderate, which is why the rumour mill is saying that the tower will become its own hotel and will become a deluxe hotel.
Okay.
Because it surprises me it's not, because if you look at the rooms, they're very similar to a deluxe hotel.
Yeah.
And they have everything you get in a deluxe hotel, but it's a moderate.
Is it because of its location though?
Well, where's Animal Kingdom Lodge though?
No, I get it. But Animal Kingdom Lodge has kind of got that premium of like, you have the safari views and things like that.
I don't think it's the
I don't
location.
know whether
I think
Grand Destino Tower has that.
No,
but again, maybe that's me. I haven't been there.
Yeah.
So.
Tower Club, 2,802 for 5 nights. Now, I did get the water view standard rooms and the preferred standard rooms.
When you say water view, do you mean pool view or do you mean actual water?
It just said water.
Because obviously they've got the sort of like bar area.
The big 3 bridges lake.
That makes sense.
But they weren't available during the week of half term. So I had to go for a week later, and they were more expensive. So coming in at 1,634 for a standard room.
Yep.
Might as well go for the tower at that point. And a preferred room, 1,829. Again, you might as well go for a tower at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
You do also have bedroom suites, but I couldn't find a price for these.
What is a bedroom
suite? They
suite?
look like the kind of place Bob Iger's going to stay.
Okay.
He goes to Disney, because they've got like room for 6 or 8 adults, but they're like fancy.
So it's like fancy moderate.
It's that fancy. Fancy right at the top of the tower.
That's very good, actually.
What is?
Your accent there.
Really?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that.
Thanks, sugar.
You're going to do this for the rest of...
I'll do it for New Orleans.
I was about to say, we got 2 out of 4 for New Orleans, so good luck with that.
What I really liked on the front page of Coronado is that the first thing it said at the top was unique romance and relaxation.
Romance?
I don't know what I said there. Romance.
Would you like a romantic meal at Banana Cabana?
Unique romance and relaxation at this hotel.
Yeah. I tell you what, of all the moderate resorts, this seems the most adult. It seems like the most mature, but I think that's because of some of the experience that it offers, as well as sort of the aesthetic. I think for me, it's the one that feels closest to a deluxe.
Yes,
absolutely. So,
absolutely.
So, yeah.
You do have, like I said, you can have the option to do club level here. It's got, again, the same amenities that we mentioned before when it comes to like bikes and
a running trail and additional activities.
That kind of stuff. Moving into the stars.
Is this the one that's got it's the not margarita, it's the sangria?
They have a sangria flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the sangria experience.
Yeah, the sangria experience as well, which again was really, really moderately priced.
We could go.
We could do that
in February.
We're doing that. Oh, that was weird.
They also have they have the Colors of Coronado painting experience, which is $40 per person plus tax because it's America, and mosaic art, which is $25 per person as well.
I think when we did our episode on additional experiences,
we went
Disney,
into more detail about these.
We went into loads more detail, but actually, Coronado Springs seemed to be the one that had the most experiences for the best prices.
Yes,
as opposed to things like the cake decorating that was like $200 per cake. It was crazy.
I do have some information about the pool, and this really intrigued me, right?
I haven't even looked at the pool for this one. Is this the one with the sort of like Mayan temple?
It's got a Mayan pyramid, which is 50 feet tall.
Wow.
I know, it's big. How long is the slide though in feet? That's what I'm going to ask you.
Well, this one's probably going to be longer, so I'd imagine this one's about 140?
123.
Oh, okay.
So
I wasn't too far off.
One thing that I got really confused about, I had to look it up, is that it featured a spitting jaguar spirit animal. And I thought, but a jaguar is an actual animal.
Yeah.
So what makes it a spirit animal?
Jaguars don't spit.
Well, I saw it was spitting.
Okay.
But what spirit animal was what really confused me. I thought, not a jaguar, a spirit animal.
Okay,
jaguar.
Go on then. So what is actually meant by that?
I looked at it. It's what colour is a jaguar? They're black.
Yeah.
Because this one was orange and had blue spots.
I mean,
it wasn't the one from Coco.
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was going to be.
That was my next thing.
It doesn't look like that.
You like read my mind there. That was
just
weird.
orange with blue dots.
Okay.
That was what I found interesting. But this pool area is called the Lost City of Cibola Pool.
Okay.
And they also have the kids' activities, which include swimming with the bulls.
What? Bulls or balls?
Bulls.
As in like...
Bulls.
What does that mean?
I tried to find this out.
Okay.
Couldn't
if
find
anybody
anything
knows
on
what
it.
swimming with the bulls means, please let us know.
I was like, what does that mean? And it features the largest hot tub on Walt Disney World property.
So what is the capacity of that hot tub?
Do you want to take a guess?
24.
Oh, 22 tribesmen is what it says on the website.
Tribesmen? Wow. 22 of your standard... What is it with 22 this episode?
22.
In the hot tub.
I just found that crazy, but I really enjoyed the tribesmen.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I think one of the things that I'm really excited for our trip, we have got the dining plan, the complimentary dining plan as part of our stay here, which does mean that we're entitled to 2 quick service meals, a snack and a drink. Now, Coronado Springs is actually known for one of the most expensive quick services on site.
And they do margaritas.
And actually, if you have a look at their menu, it is pretty exceptional.
And they do margaritas.
And it looks delicious. Like, I'm very, very sold on the food here.
Steak and margarita.
Food and drinks is what I'm here for.
Did I mention they do margaritas?
Maybe.
Steak and margaritas for dinner for free.
Every night.
Amazing. I'm so excited. So actually, let's talk about the food because they've got quite a few dining options. They've got Three Bridges, which is the bar and grill in the middle of the lake.
Yeah,
which
this is the one that offers the sangria flight.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Mr. Morrow, paging Mr. Morrow.
Yeah.
when
Mr. Morrow is my father.
He had the sangria fly and it looked really, really good. Toledo, is that how you're going to say it?
Toledo's.
That is the tapas, steak and seafood.
Mm-hmm.
Love a bit of that. That sounds wonderful.
I was about to say, those 3 things are
tapas,
all
steak
yeses
and
from
food.
me.
Incredible. You have got sports bar and grill. How many TVs do they have at that sports bar and grill?
Well, 40.
31.
Wow.
That's still a lot though, isn't it?
That is a lot. Sorry, I'm being quite ambiguous with my numbers
They
today.
have the Dahlia Lounge, which features like a wine and lots of like fancy wines and cocktails. Barcelona Lounge, which is more of a cafe, your coffees and that kind of thing.
Yep.
The Siesta Cantina, the Maya Grill, the Cafe Tex, the El Mercado de Coronado. Goodness, I can't speak today.
I'm starting to think we need to hire a translator.
And the Iguana Bar. So the El Mercado de Coronado is the main quick service area, I believe.
Okay.
It's very hard to figure out.
We'll be able to say a lot more when we go next year for sure.
But they say there's plenty of places to get food.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I think as a moderate resort, again, I've already said it, but I think this is the closest to a deluxe, mainly because of the experiences it offers, as well as everything else. And actually, again, if you compare maybe the things that you're able to do and the quality of like staying in Gran Destino Tower and compare that to maybe something like for like in a deluxe resort, I think you're probably saving quite a chunk.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that off the top of my head, but I would believe that you're probably saving upwards of $1,000, which can be spent on mosaic art and sangrias.
I think it's one thing to note is that when people look at Coronado, they see the big tower and they go, that's where I'm staying. No. If you book a standard room, you will not be in that tower. So it's just one thing to
exactly.
Really remember.
Of the sort of 2,000 rooms that are on offer, only 500 or so are in the tower itself. So just be really, really aware of that unless you book it specifically, it ain't going to happen. But it is continuously voted one of the best, if not the best, out of the moderate resorts for food.
Yes.
So again, I go back to it. If you're into your food, if you're into your drink, this is probably the perfect place for you to stay.
Lovely. Do you want to go to Port Orleans French Quarter or Port Orleans Riverside?
Which is the one that you've stayed at?
Riverside.
Can we start with Riverside then?
Yes, it has many types of rooms.
Thank you.
You've got a standard room, 1,497. A Woods View, 1,557. Fifth Sleeper Standard, 1,575. A Woods View, 1,593. A Pool View, 1,637. A Preferred Room, 17,000. Can you imagine? 1,763. A Riverview, 1,836. A Royal Standard Room, 1,850. The Royal Woods View, 1,882. And a Royal Riverview, 1,903.
Do you know what I notice a lot with the moderate resorts, actually? Is there really isn't much disparity between the prices, like going sideways between the resorts. When you think about the difference between like the All-Stars to Pop Century to Art of Animation, there's almost like a progression. And I think we'll find that as well when it comes to the deluxe, because there's kind of different levels of deluxe. This, not so much.
Usually Caribbean...
They're all kind of anything from, what, 1,400 to 2?
Yeah. Usually Caribbean will come out the more expensive one. But when I was looking at the prices, it's only an extra like
Why
50
is that?
because of the Skyliner.
Okay.
That's going to be the main reason.
And you upselling it.
And me selling it all the time. But then the Portal Leans will always come in pretty much the same price across both of them. So you've pretty much got the choice of French Quarter Riverside, depending on what you prefer. Shall we talk about the amenities or the food first?
Let's go for amenities first, actually.
Okay. One thing I didn't know about Riverside, it's dog friendly.
Are the other resorts not dog friendly?
No.
Really? That's rough.
Good one. It's dog friendly, so you take your dogs there. They have got a pool called Old Man Island.
Oh man.
It's not Old Man, it's Old Man.
Oh man.
Old Man Island. How big's the slide? How long?
That is 130.
No, 95.
Wow, under 100?
Yeah.
Wow, don't stay here, people.
But
if you're into your water slides, do not stay here. But I also forgot to mention this earlier. The thing that differentiates a moderate resort from a value resort is that all the moderate resorts have a slide.
Yes.
Value resorts do not have a slide.
No, so you want a slide.
They just have spitting goofies and various things like that.
Yeah, you're going to want to go to a moderate if you want a slide or a deluxe. You do have the main food court, which is the Riverside Mill food court.
Yeah. Also, did you know that Old Man Island has a fishing hole?
Does it?
Yeah.
An actual fishing hole?
Well, that's what it says in my research.
I don't think it has an actual fishing hole.
Well,
I don't think you can go fishing in it.
Hole.
I don't think you can actually fish in it.
I'm on it.
Okay. One thing I actually didn't mention quickly was the royal rooms. So they are different from the standard rooms because they are royal. So what that means is that they are designed like princess suites. So you've got portraits on the wall. You've got a flying carpet in the middle of your room. It's very, very grand, but very, very, I say 90s.
Okay.
Maybe early 2000s. It gives me a personal headache.
Is it like personal headache similar to Art of Animation Little Mermaid rooms?
Yeah, but more.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I know our friend's parents stayed there recently, and I got to have a nap in that room, and it was just, don't be wrong, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. The tap is Aladdin's magic lamp.
No,
Love it.
No. That's too much for me.
You would have hated it.
Yeah.
You really would not have enjoyed it. But then also the headboards light up with fireworks.
That I like.
That's cute.
The lamp sink. No,
not for you.
Not for me.
Right. You have got the main dining hall, the Boatwright's dining hall. I have eaten here.
Okay. Any good?
Really good.
Okay.
Really good. I had like the big main plate thing they do there, which was like fried chicken and mash and all this kind of stuff.
Nice.
Incredible.
Just
Wasn't that
proper,
expensive
like,
either?
Southern comforts.
Yeah, it was
like
really,
that.
really good. And then you've also got your sort of pool bars. I did get a sangria from this pool bar.
Yeah.
Took it into the hot tub and there was nowhere to sit, so I was just stood in the middle of the hot tub.
One of my favourite videos of you.
I love it. And then I did sit down.
When you have really, really long hair as well.
Mm-hmm. And I did sit down for a little bit next to, I want to say there must have been about like 7. And this boy was just staring at a particular part of my body and just would not look away.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like a little glimpse. He was staring for about like a good minute. And I was like, this is the most awkward thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah.
It was a very full hot tub.
God bless America.
It was just very strange. I was like, okay.
Okay, sir.
Just try to enjoy my sangria.
Yeah.
I love a Disney sangria.
Yeah, well, I couldn't tell from this episode. There's also a place called the River Roost Lounge, where a guy called Bob Jackson performs quite regularly.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's one thing that I really want to spend more time exploring on our trips, actually, is going to all of these kind of bars and lounges and just like trying them out. Because I think we've done a few of like the deluxe ones, like the Enchanted Rose. We've done the one up Topolino's, which is beautiful. But I think there are so many like hidden little gem lounges and bars at all
bar.
of these resorts.
Love it.
Yeah,
Nice.
and this one kind of was particularly calling to me. I'm going to be honest with
I'll
you.
absolutely be there.
Should we talk a little bit about transportation actually for this particular hotel?
Yeah.
Because I think obviously this, with it being riverside, I think that kind of gives you a little bit of a clue. There is a boat service available from here.
Yes.
How do you feel about the boat service?
It takes a while.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
If you've got nothing else to do and you want to go for a nice little evening out in Springs, it will. It takes you down to Disney Springs.
It is very, very dark on the way back though.
Yes.
Like incredible. Like that for me. I don't know.
Didn't like it.
Made me feel a bit uncomfortable.
Because it was so dark.
Yeah.
Scared of the gators.
No, not because of the dark, but like
The gators.
I don't know. It felt weird being on the water in the middle of the night.
You really felt like you were down in New Orleans.
Yeah.
In the bayou.
I was going down the
You
bayou.
were going down the bayou.
I was indeed.
One thing I didn't mention though about the resort, they've got lots of little rays hidden everywhere in the main building.
Oh, that's
There's
cute.
like Ray from.
Do we know how many rays they have?
I think there's 5.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Is that your definition of lots?
Yeah, 5.
5 rays.
If I
Lots
gave you
of rays.
5 margaritas,
That would be a lot of margaritas.
that's a lot of margaritas.
But also, if you said, to be fair, if someone has 5 children, is that a lot of children
I
for
think
someone
so.
to have? If I gave you a high 5, is that a lot of...
That's a lot of fingers. Let's go for French Quarter now, shall we?
Yeah.
They've got
Is that
less
how we're
rooms.
segueing?
Yes, that's how we're going to segue.
Sure.
We've got less room types. You've got your standard room, 1,497, the same as a standard room at the Riverside. You then got a garden view, 1,616, river view, 1,664, and a pool view for and / French Quarter view for 1,697. So not a massive difference in the room prices.
Yep.
But I like how it's laid out to look like the French Quarter.
Yeah,
It is nice.
This resort for me embodies all that kind of New Orleans is and Mardi Gras, which I kind of like. I think for me, French Quarter is one of those resorts that kind of perfectly blends what moderate resorts should be with a little tinge of the value over the top, like little figurines and things like that.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
that's my level.
Yeah, no, I get that. One thing they have here, they don't have the other ones, is a horse-drawn carriage.
A horse?
A horse that can fit up to 4 adults, not on the horse, in the carriage, I would
I
like
was
to
going to
say.
say, that's a strong horse.
And one thing I really like about this place is the Scat Cat Club, which is like a jazz bar. We have not been.
That's where we were going to go
We were too
that night
tired.
that we got beignets, but we were like falling asleep into our beignets.
We're like, we can't do this.
No, we had to tap out.
One day we will go though. Maybe the next trip. Who
Again,
knows?
another bar.
Another bar. And do you know what the pool is called at this one?
I don't actually. All I know is that it's got the really freaky slide.
Oh, the dragon. I
Yeah.
love the slide. It looks so fun. It's a
It's
very
weird
short
and
slide.
freaky.
Do you know
Is it?
Yeah, do you know how long it is?
Well, you saying short, 50 feet.
Yeah, 50 feet.
Wow.
51 to be exact.
Wow,
But yeah.
1 feet off.
Yeah, very, very small, I think, for a slide.
Yes.
Not very big at all.
If you are, again, here for the slides, maybe not the resort for you.
No, but you can just go over to the Riviera. Not the Riviera, to the Riverside.
Yeah.
And you can use their pools as well.
Sure.
The pool is called, I don't know, I want to call it Doubloon. Doubloon?
Doubloon?
Would you say Doubloon?
Where is it?
It
Point
is
to it for
right
me, because I have glasses.
Here. Doubloon?
Yeah,
Doubloon
Doubloon.
Lagoon?
Doubloon Lagoon.
Doubloon
It's
Lagoon?
obviously supposed to rhyme.
I enjoy it. That,
I like
just,
that.
It just made me laugh. And again, bike rentals, Surrey bikes and fishing, all that kind of stuff. And at the Scat Cat Club, it is a lounge, so you have more cocktails and things in there, but attached to it is a Scat Cat's Club cafe. Sorry,
Well
that
done
was
for
hard
getting
to
that out, because
say.
that was difficult.
Scat Cat Club cafe.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Let's move on.
And that's where you get your beignets, which aren't
Nice.
badly priced.
No,
And
really, really
they
nice.
have a snack credit.
They are delicious.
I love them. Get them in a bag, shake them. I don't know if they're as good as the ones in California, though.
No, I'm going to be honest. Churros, beignets, California, way better. I agree.
But I still would have them in
Oh,
Orlando.
yeah. I'm not going to say no to it. But I think one thing to sort of scope out, especially when it comes to like the bars, there are going to be bars with a lot more kind of live music
Mhm.
atmosphere. And I actually think it's quite nice that the sort of louder bars seem to be associated with Disney Springs area and across the sort of the boat journeys.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've never been to the quick serve. Oh, no, that's a lie. I have been to the quick service.
Yeah.
I don't know why I lied about that.
Yeah.
I just forgot. The
I didn't.
Sasagula
Yep.
Float Works and Food Factory is
Yes.
what it's called, which is right next to the Scat Cat.
Yeah,
Scat
and most
Cat
of
Club.
that is sort of like lots of these resorts are obviously inspired by their theming. So this is more sort of southern style home comforts as well.
And the pool bar is the Mardi Gras bar.
Mardi Gras,
Mardi Gras.
not Mardi Gras.
I don't think it's Gras. I think it's Grogs when I looked it up.
No,
Maybe it is Mardi Gras and I've just spelt it completely wrong.
Hey, you're all good.
Do you have anything written there about the bar?
I do not.
Well, I feel like it could be Mardi Gras. That would make more sense. But I like Mardi Gras. Let's go with that. Just I don't know. And
Mardi Gras just sounds like an Arctic Monkeys song, but that's Mardi Bum.
It could be,
so.
yeah. But that is the moderate resorts.
Yeah. Again, I personally feel I would much rather splash out a little bit more to go to a moderate resort if I have the option.
No, I agree.
But again, like Disney is all about budgeting for you. So it's going to depend on your group size. It's going to depend on the sort of stay that you want to have. As we've said so many times, I think it does come down to how long are you going to stay there for? How long are you actually spending at the resort? I think if you are someone who is more prone to say, do you know what, we're here for 2 weeks. I'm not going to be at the parks every single day, or I might have a half park day and then I want to spend some time at a resort. These are much better options because you do have the bars, you do have better food service, you have more activities to do around them. So that for me is the kind of major selling point. But I'm quite excited that that's going to be 3 out of 4 for you when we do Coronado, isn't it?
Yes.
And then
French Quarter's the one left to do.
How many are you off doing every single Disney resort out of curiosity?
So I need to do French Quarter.
Yep.
I need to do Coronado.
Yep.
Riviera.
Yep.
Contemporary.
Mm-hmm.
And then it depends if you count Swan and Dolphin or you don't count Swan and Dolphin.
I probably wouldn't, but again, knowing you'll complete all of the Disney official ones, and then you'll go
to try.
Maybe do some other ones.
I'd like to try, but yeah, those are the ones I've got left to do. So I'm pretty excited.
Amazing.
I'm going to tick off some more this trip. Maybe we might tick off another one. Get a cheeky add-on a night at the end for somewhere else. Who knows?
No, exactly. I mean, one final thing that I just wanted to say, especially when it comes to the size of these rooms as well, the big difference between value, moderate, and deluxe is the size of the room and sort of how they're done up, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like value resorts have had a lot of investment over the recent years, but actually there's also been a lot of refurbishments happening in Gran Destino Tower. There's been lots of stuff happening with Caribbean Beach. They've been upgrading a lot of those.
The Little Mermaid rooms.
Yes,
they look
exactly.
lovely. Very.
Have they got
bright
the
and
pirate
colourful.
rooms anymore?
That's what replaced the pirate rooms.
That
pirate
is
rooms
heartbreaking.
went. I know.
More Little Mermaid.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not like Little Mermaid.
No,
Little
I know
Mermaid.
they're not like.
No, they're
like
a bit more deluxe.
Ariel's finish your toilet, that sort of thing.
They give me more a deluxe hotel sort of feel for moderate, which is good for Caribbean Beach.
No, that makes sense.
But yeah, no, I think the storage as well is a difference between value and moderate. I think there's more storage rooms as well.
No, absolutely. And also I think the prices that you were kind of stating there's not a huge difference, especially if you are going to go for something like Pop's Entry or you're going to go Art of Animation. If it's something that you can afford, I would advise going for something like Coronado or going for something like Caribbean Beach, just because of the added convenience. Especially when you think about, like, if I'm talking about Caribbean Beach, for example, if I'm going from like Pop's Entry, I've got to do that bit of Skyliner and then change, especially if I'm going somewhere like Epcot. Like, you've got to appreciate the value of your time, especially when it comes to this. Like, if you want to get back easily from like Epcot, you're going to be closer. So yeah, that's the thing for me. But that was wonderfully informative.
I enjoyed it. You love being informative. Though,
no, I
you?
know. Well, that's what I think this podcast should be.
Yeah.
Fun, informative, and silly, goofy time.
Yeah. Well, shall we ask next week's question?
Yeah. What are we asking?
I would like to know from all you at home, what is the name of Hong Kong's haunted mansion?
Gotcha.
That links to next week's episode, because next week's episode is a guest episode.
Awesome.
I know that one will not be on video. So
no, unfortunately.
But we hope you've enjoyed this.
No, we did that from these seats. We just didn't video it.
Because this whole setup is new, by the way. We haven't always sat. We've only just recently started sitting here.
Normally we'd be at my desk in my office.
This is much nicer.
This is lovely. We went to IKEA. We splashed out, as we said last episode. this is just very, very comfortable. I feel like time has absolutely flown by.
I'm just
in this
so
sort of 45
relaxed
minutes
as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so chill.
It's good.
It's nice. I like the artwork on the wall. Finally got my World Showcase piece of art
Yeah, I was
up.
about to say, you've been wanting that up
so
for
nice though, isn't it?
such a long time.
It's so nice.
How long is it until you go to Paris now?
Oh, it was 3 weeks on Friday.
So that's
so
really
2.5 weeks when this comes out.
Cool. Are we doing we're doing an episode on...
We're doing an episode when I
your
come
sort of
back.
Paris trip.
Yeah.
Because I'm really intrigued to hear that from your perspective about revisiting, because obviously you haven't been for a while, but more so about the journey.
Yes,
Because
I am
obviously
driving.
you are driving it. French people, watch out.
Yeah, that's all I got to say.
That's all I'm going to say as well.
But we will see you next week for a guest episode.
We will literally see you next week.
Well, no, we won't, because we won't be on video next week.
We will not.
No, the week after we will. And the episode the week after the guest episode is really fun.
Yes. Oh, honestly, the lead up to Christmas is just fun after fun after fun. So I'm really excited, but now I'm ready to chill out and enjoy our Saturday night.
Me too.
Shall we?
We shall. Goodbye.
Bye.
We can cry when it's over.